You can ask any question. I'm going to leave these vague so you can fit in any place in these questions. You got me? Personal brand, brand awareness, how to build a brand, how to structure a brand, which ones you want. So it's going to be me and you. I'm going to mute my mic, turn it over to Deanna real quick.
So, okay, personal brand, brand awareness, how to build your marketing strategy.
Okay, that's a good one.
How to not use rules when marketing. Is that a good one?
Let's call that. Let's call that branding outside the box, or marketing outside the box. We'll say. Yeah, branding outside, marketing outside the box, whatever. Branding / marketing outside the box.
Pretty much.
Now put yourself into where people struggle. What would somebody ask you? Common questions. I think that's pretty good. All right, so y'all look at that, copy and paste it. Now, the agenda today was supposed to be, where's your name at? Here it is. Was supposed to be caring about your audience and how to get them to care about you from a marketing perspective, because that's the only thing that actually matters. So we're going to throw that in there too. Okay? I'm going to throw that in there too. I'm going to do your whole, what is that? I'm going to do her whole 16-point agenda plus all these. Who's got the first question? I left them vague on purpose. See, now don't ask a question for information. Ask a question for your business. And actually, you know what? Let me ask one more thing. I'm going to add one more thing in there. Write this down, Grace. Antonio, why do you do this? And then actually, and then also say, Antonio, how do you do this? I see you do this. How do you do that? Right? Why and how? So why did you do this? And how did you do this? There we go. That's fantastic. In repetition, Foucault is what in one, or Vince already got his hand up. Good stuff. You can ask any question at personal brand, on personal brand, brand awareness, how to build a brand, how to structure a brand, how to build your marketing strategy, marketing and branding outside the box. Antonio, why did you do it and how did you do it? Me and Deanna are going to field your questions. We don't, if you notice, we don't do Q&As at the Business University because it's kind of intermingled in. We don't do Q&As, although they're extremely valuable. I have a lock on Q&As. But when we do one, it's pretty fantastic. The reason I have a lock on it is because they have to submit to me a script a week in advance. And I look over it, blah, 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 all that stuff. Because if I just let Q&As happen all the time, then that means they're not working on their craft. That's why we don't do Q&As all the time, okay? It's the most fantastic way to be lazy. And we don't do that. I won't let it happen. Now, Liddell's asking a lot of questions off camera. And it made me say, hey, Liddell's trying to build that. He's got his business. And Vince was asking a lot of questions a couple of days ago. And both of y'all questions in the same vein. So if Vince, high performer, Liddell, high performer, has these high-performing questions, y'all got questions, okay? All right, Grace, turn the AC down for me. Vince, let's start off with you. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me know if I can't do this because it goes online when we were talking about last night. When you hit that 1 cent Lee, that was absolutely crazy. So, and you said that it's all in how you target. So, Antonio, how do you target your audience to get that 1 cent?
Absolutely. Deanna, take over from here. And then I taught her and she does it, we do it together. Because Deanna makes me famous. Go ahead, share your screen. You know where to go.
All righty. Oh, here, let me pull it up first. We've got some stuff up here. Let me. All right. How do we get to one?
This is a trade secret.
How do we get to 1%? Here we go. 1 cent. Share my screen.
Can we do the spot check first?
All right. When you are once you post, what you do is you go and you actually create your audience when you go to boost a post. And there are several ways that you create your audience. The first thing you do is
go into my name and see if you can have access to my audience.
Sweet. Thank you, boss man. Appreciate you. Okay, there we go. A little slow on me. All right, so we're going to take one of Antonio's posts and we are going to boost it so that way you can see exactly how you minimize your marketing to just.
I know. Well, don't boost that one.
Okay.
But you should write. Let me tell me why.
Okay.
The reason you don't boost that post. Oh, it is. No, use your mic. Right here.
Thank you.
The reason I don't want her to boost that post is because Facebook wants you to have 25% words only in an ad. So what'll happen is we'll get, you just won't learn what we're trying to teach you. Because, all right, there you go. No. You go to the regular text post. Right there. Go boost that one. You can only have 25% words in the ad because Facebook is smart. They make sure that you're just not throwing up your business card, right, and running that. That's tacky, isn't it? It's extremely tacky. Okay, Donna, you can go ahead and pick back up.
Okay.
No, you're muted.
All right.
But go ahead.
Okay, so I'm pulling up two different sites. I'm pulling up Google Trends, and I have up the ad that I want to boost.
Do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
For teaching purposes, open up two different windows.
Okay.
Copy and paste the Google Trends.
And then you want me to squeeze it?
Half and half.
Okay. There we go. All right. Do we have a match? My boss man taught me that you can do half and half. So now you can see both of the pages that I'm working with. And both of these are very important because on the one that I'm boosting, as you can see here how Antonio has people who like your page, people in your local area, City of Lamarck, and Money List.
See all that.
He also has book audience.
No, that's what you created for me. All right.
Okay.
Mute your mic real quick.
All right.
I want to say that that's what she created for me. She created me an audience to use your mouse to hover over money or City of Lamarck. So whenever I want to go to City of Lamarck, which is, click it. So in City of Lamarck, I targeted anyone in a 25-mile area radius, and I did not want well, that would have been a diameter, and I didn't want any restrictions on that. Now click on money list. See how different money list is? It's I targeted some money, but I targeted some states that wanted money. Go to book audience. Book audience is a tad bit differently. All right. Now, somebody who can tell me there's 3 different lists, and those are 3 very different things about those lists. Go back to City of Lamar. Someone tell me what City of Lamar is focused on.
People ages 18 to 65 who live there.
All right. Susan was actually a bit more right, but yes, you're right. People in the city only. That was the only criteria. Nothing else. Okay? Then I targeted by location, but a specific location. I could have went more specific, but that wasn't the point with what I was doing for City of the Market this time. I wanted the whole city to know, hey, Antonio running this, right? I didn't want I wanted Jews, I wanted atheists, you know what I'm saying? I wanted the mailman, dog catcher. Hey, you're going to see my name for the next year because I felt like it, okay? I did that. I literally did that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. Now, go to click money list. Somebody tell me what's different about City of Lamar and the money list.
City of Lamar, you just targeting just that one city within that state. And the money list is targeting, I'm just assuming, all 50 states. And the age is...
Well, almost all 50. You're right. What I did, if you look, scroll over where it says Houston Heights.
Lamar, Texas.
Well, yeah, definitely. But I found out where people were making the most money at in America. It wasn't all 50 states. It was certain regions, okay? All right, now click on book list, book audience. Actually, I didn't find out. Deanna did all this for me. Now, what's different about this list? It's not location no more.
Yeah, this one, it looks like you got real narrow in people who had certain interest in certain people and what they were about, it seems like.
That's exactly right. Deanna did some extensive research and saw that the top 2 countries trending in self-help books on happiness, okay, were United States and Zambia. What happened? Let's hold on with it. All right, if you want to get it, it's right here. Now, United States and Zambia were at the time of February were the only 2. Come around that for me. Here, you do that, and I do this. United States and Zambia were the only 2 states trending for self-help in February. Does it make sense that I would target the United Kingdom?
No.
No.
And of course, United Kingdom wasn't trending for self-help. It is where institutionalized thinking came from. Europe.
Antonio.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. I have a question. When you say self-help, I'm looking at what you have written there. Is it more specifically that you were targeting people who like self-help who relate to the law of attraction more so than just generalized self-help like therapy or other things, but that they either believe in or relate to the law of attraction?
So that's where the interest comes in at. So you're absolutely correct. You could target in 2 different areas. You can target geographically, and you can also target psychographically. Remember I keep teaching about psychographics? All right, so PJ is correct. Motivation, Bob Proctor. Why would Deanna put Bob Proctor in a search on a book called So Happy and Grateful?
Bob Proctor's your hero.
Well, fair enough. He is. It was two reasons.
You did it so that you can align yourself with his potential audience.
Okay, that is true. That was the byproduct. That was a side effect. That is absolutely true. This is how skilled we are and how very intentional we are. Whoever heard Bob Proctor say, I am so happy and grateful that, I literally got the book title So Happy and Grateful from him always saying, I am so happy and grateful that, and you write everything else after that.
Yeah.
So she wasn't just aligning me with his audience. She was aligning me with his energy and the book. You get it? Bob Proctor. Plus, So Happy and Grateful, if you read it, is a teaching book. Yes? Name me a better teacher than Bob Proctor. I'm sure you could, but it's going to be a very short list. You get it? So now it goes back to PJ's part. Not just interested in Bob Proctor, but interested in the teaching style of Bob Proctor. Got it? Now, obviously the secret book. Why is Gary V there? If you don't know who he is, I can assure you, we kind of act just alike. Okay? So now you understand what I'm saying? So now you take anybody who wants somebody that's going to keep it real, might cuss, and tell you what's up and market it, right? All that stuff, right? She lined me up with personality. So now you go to the United States, geography, go to the United States, right there. And then now you got the psychographics. Now click on the LBI. This is work we did for Les Brown. All right. Les Brown wanted us to sell a conference for him, but that was the minor thing he wanted us to do. What we were instructed to do was push him to millennials. Okay? So we merged, we found everywhere Les Brown was trending. Look at the countries. Everywhere he was trending, and then we wanted to make sure we got his audience plus millennials, so we just put 18 to 65. We could have put just, but I was, and also we wanted to get everybody, but we also wanted to include millennials and younger folks. Now look at the interest. Since we didn't specifically target millennials, go to Ty Lopez. He's the king of millennials. Grant Cardone, king of millennials. Tony Robbins, king of everybody with money. Okay, you get it? And look at all those interests. Gary V again. People also interested in Les Brown. Can y'all see what's happening here? Okay, stop sharing your screen. I'm not going to be, I need far more feedback than what I'm getting because obviously that's fantastic. And obviously it's a trade secret that I'm giving away. But I need to know if I need to repeat, say something, go more Moffitt, help me out.
I have
Do
a
y'all
question.
see what's happening there? Okay.
I thought I was doing good, but I didn't use all those other sub things to boost a page. We reached 3,023 people and had 281 engagement. No, it said people reached 2.3K through plays, 331. But I don't see, and it says boost again, I don't see all those other it just says, do you want to do it geographically?
That's right.
Automatic audience, or people you choose through targeting, or people who like your page. So I don't know if I missed your very beginning, that I didn't catch that.
No, wait, no,
all
I
those?
haven't taught it yet. I haven't taught it yet.
Okay.
Because we can't until we show you the other screen. That's why she got a split screen open.
Okay.
So fantastic question. Now, let me show you this. I'm going to go back to the same post. This time I want to show you what's on my screen and my audiences. Remember, Deanna had 9. I got 22. Y'all see that? Now, you see this here? I got different settings on Facebook, so I got to go down here. I'm actually approved to do political ads. You got to go through a whole process for that. But anyway, now, let's go with Susan, the answer to your question is right here, create new audience. But we'll go deeper into that when it's time. Okay, but that's the answer to your question. You go to create new audience, and when you see create new audience, you get to pick these things. That's the answer to your question. You get to pick these things and match. This takes a lot of work. And the difference, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm not reaching 3,000 people. I'm only reaching 3,000 people who want to buy from me. There is a big difference. There is a huge difference. Huge. I can literally charge $10,000 what I'm teaching you right now. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. Now, insider information in the I was doing so because I don't want to. But let me stop this real quick. Let me say, man, I'm trying so hard not to, right? But there was a person that we were doing celebrity stuff for, and for whatever reason, the person said, I want more marketing. I want different marketing. I want someone else different to do it. No problem. Not a problem. I was behind the scenes. I had Deanna there. Access to the, because I like to hide behind the scenes. You understand what I'm saying? If you know about like Vlad TV, you'll never see him. You don't even know what he look like, right? But I like to hide behind the scenes. But I guess since Deanna was a woman, she wasn't a professional. Okay? That's, y'all do know we live in the real world, right? Okay, now, they bring in this guy who worked with this Zig Ziglar, I'll tell you that, who worked with Zig Ziglar, okay? He comes through and he's the guy, okay? He's the guy. And he's back there doing all sorts of stuff, no problem. I say, Dad, don't worry about it. And he's getting leads. And it's amazing. $32 a lead. And they're celebrating. I'm on the conference call. I'm on the Zoom call. You got all these people. Then you got it's a 13-person conference call. I ain't saying nothing. I don't need to. I don't say nothing at all. Now this is going to go more to what Susan was asking. And as soon as they got to me, I said, well, $32 is really great, considering that in your industry, you pay about $150, $250. Fantastic decrease. And then somebody said, Antonio, can you tell her what you do? Doesn't matter who this person was. I said, sure. If you go to this list, and if you go back here, and I went to the ads manager to show the receipt, I said, if you look at what you've been getting, if you can see that 50% growth you just got, it's because you're not paying $32 a lead. You're paying 17 cents a lead. And now they erupt. How is this possible? How can you possibly do that? It's impossible. You must be doing something illegal. I said, first off, it's Facebook. I can't do anything illegal, right? That's number one. Number two, let me show you how he's marketing for you. And what they were doing was trying to manipulate the algorithm. Ladies and gentlemen, post like there is no algorithm. Okay? Forget the algorithm. That's all they were doing. We're gonna post this time. The stuff the gurus teach you, right? Never make a cold call again. Y'all ever heard that? No, these people, those stuff they teach you, right? They're liars, okay? They don't know what they're talking about. What he did is exactly what Susan was saying. Just pick the audience, people who like your page. Guess what? Everybody who like your page don't buy from you. That's stupid. It makes no sense. They have their place. They're a view, but who do you want? Do you want people who's going to buy Ice Buddy or people who's going to follow Ice Buddy? So we pick, get ready to show your screen, Deanna. We pick people who only was going to buy. And how do you find that out? With Google Trends. Hold on, don't share this yet. With Google Trends, but we'll keep going. I just want to show you one more thing because it's going to explain what Deanna's about to show y'all. Because she does it for me now. I don't. Anyway, here's 22 audiences. Let's dissect. All right, I don't know what I call conversions. Okay, that's cool. Politics. Look at me. Okay. All right, this is pretty good. This is local politics. I was helping a mayor win an election, and you see I got all the local stuff and her mindset. Doesn't really matter, but I just want to show you some stuff. Beef Jerky Company that signed me to them. Beef Jerky Company in Houston to help out. I need to start mentioning them. I never mentioned them, right? By geographical location, and then I had some interest on jerky. Local conferences. Look at, now I'm targeting by zip code. Y'all see that? Zip code. But watch this here. When you go to people who, I could pick United States, but watch this crazy stuff here, y'all. Look how long that is. Who knows what doTERRA essential oils is? Yeah, the number 3 network marketing company in the world. Why would that be? Why would I have that?
Starting to get in the game, so you want to see who they're targeting.
Unique.
They're
number
great
8.
oils, by the way.
There you go. Great oils, by the way. You see it?
I use them every day.
Great oils. Y'all see that?
Yep.
I can't even pronounce this one. Number 1 in the whole world.
Janice.
There you go. Janice. Now, what you do is you be smart enough. Let's say you want to change the narrative of MLM. And you, okay, yeah, good. You want to change the narrative of MLM. Now, let's go more specific. Vince, you want to do credit. You want to restore credit, okay? Top credit restoration companies. Boom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the top restoration companies. I saw 5, 10 best 2019. Fantastic. What I'm going to do now in my interest section, I'm going to see how many of these companies can I find in Lexington Law. I've been using Lexington Law for quite some time. How many of these companies can I find and put in that interest level? Why would I do this? Because I'm only interested, Vince, in people who are interested in Lexington Law. If they're interested in Lexington Law, Vince, how likely are they going to be interested in you?
Very.
Yeah, I understand what I'm saying. I'm not just targeting people. I'm targeting people with a specific desire. Do you know how intentional you have to be? Like, check this out. You have to be, this is how intentional you have to be. In order to come to Facebook and type in Lexington Law, that's intentionality. Or to like Lexington Law's page, or to interact with their ads, because Facebook will go in and tell you everything that you are interacting with. Let me stop my screen real quick. I'm going to show you, but I got to make sure I ain't showing you all sorts of crazy stuff, right? Privacy. Help me look real quick. I think it's easier on the phone. Everything's easier on the phone. Facebook has a profile of every single person that's on Facebook. And they have your ad profile. There, right there. Look at that. All right, so let me show y'all something. This is how much Facebook has. Y'all are in the future. Y'all ever seen the movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise?
Yes.
Was that Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, remember how you can get arrested for the probability of you doing something?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where y'all at. Check this out. Your interest. According to Facebook, these are things that I'm interested in. Like just check this out, okay? News and entertainment. I have no idea why gambling. I have no idea. I haven't watched, but this I say it's not accurate though. I haven't watched NFL Network in 4 years, right? But the whole time I was on Facebook, I was all about the NFL. You understand what I'm saying? So they got me. Not just that, business and look, they got me down, y'all. Come on, this is stuff I interact with on Facebook. It's not that I try to. It's just that everything you do is interaction. So when you go in, so when Phil Sorrentino types in his create audience, let me see if I can do it real quick.
So Antonio, while you're doing that, so is that your ad preference you put in there, or when you click on those ads that pop in front of you that you click on?
That's right.
Gotcha.
That's right. That's just, yep, that's what Facebook, that's how I interact. They have it down, and they have all of you down. That's not what I put in there. That's articles sponsored by. Everything, follow the money, right? Is it? I can't see this stupid thing. It's somewhere. All right, it's not boosting my post. I was going to show you how to create an audience again, and then when you get in there, how you can type in Goldman Sachs. Why would I do that? Because look, Goldman Sachs. I am clearly interested in Goldman Sachs. Maybe not the company, but their subsidiaries, their habits. See, look, you have this preference because of your activity on Facebook related to Goldman Sachs page. For example, liking their page or one of their posts. And every time y'all go like something, y'all feeling me here? Every time you go do anything on Facebook, they tag that. Watch this here. People. Now this makes this list sums up Antonio Smith to the T. There is nothing better than this list. Without me even seeing Seymour, that is me to a T. And Frank Kern is number one. Me, Phil, Susan, and Daryl were on a call, and a guy dropped out Frank Kern's name, and I knew exactly who Frank Kern was. I wasn't supposed to, I suppose, but according to Facebook, he's my number one interest. You understand what I'm saying? Tony Robbins. I am more like Tony Robbins than anything else as far as, right? Like, you do not want to coach with me. I'm not your guru, okay? Just telling you what it is. Grant Cardone, Marion Williamson, okay? James Patterson is actually my favorite author. When I relax, I read, and this crime novels. Robert Kiyosaki, real estate. I market completely like this man. This guy might as well be my pastor, right? Bob Proctor, like a hero. Les Brown, Joe Rogan, Damon John, go more. And anytime, so when you go put in your audience, when you go and put in any of these names, Facebook will push me to the top of your search. Now, look at this. If you look at this, I want y'all to look at this. If you had to say I was Democratic or Republican, what would you say I was?
Crazy.
Look at the list.
Republican.
Republican. That is a very Republican list. Right? This is right. This is Bernie. Don't let Bernie Sanders fool you. This is real deal, super conservative. Look, one black person, two black people, three black people. Three black people, and the rest is non-black. Or four. Let's I don't have a pitch up there, right? Oh no, five. Michael Beckwith. Okay? But let's take it out of let's take it out of politics. If you had to give me an occupation, what occupation would you give me? You got multiple choices here. And it certainly shouldn't be speaker.
I was gonna say entrepreneur or CEO.
Absolutely. Marketer, influencer. Y'all see that? This is why you never see me market myself as a speaker. Because they don't get paid. They hire me to make sure they get paid more. Speakers are broke. Just telling you. That's people.
Antonio?
Places I travel. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm laughing at the last statement and crying at the same time, but my question was, was that on your personal page or your business page?
That's personal. That only pops up on your personal page. I actually show you how to get to it. That actually pops up on your personal page. If you want to see where yours is, I wanted to make sure that. Oh, can y'all see that now? Good. I wanted to make sure I wouldn't go show like, what kind of underwear I wear. Facebook has everything back here, right? Come down here to ads, and then there you go. Go to your settings, go down to ads, and it's going to tell you your interests. Facebook has y'all pegged. I'm telling you. Remember, they are a data collection company that keeps you addicted.
So, Antonio, if you are posting something on your business page and then you share it on your personal page, does it pick those up or?
Sure it would, because you would have shared it. And if you share someone else's stuff, if you even open a link, let's go back to people real quick. While people, you really can't say, I'm Republican, that's cool, you can say that if you want to. But there's a lot of conscious people on this list. You know what I'm saying? What you do not see is Bill O'Reilly. You get it? You just don't. You just don't see stuff like that. Because I don't do anything about peddling fear. And none of these people on this list peddle fear. None of them. He kind of leans that way every now and then, but it's all good. Okay? Honestly. That's a clear, conscious picture of who I am. This is fantastic. I would dare not deny anything in here. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't. Now, why is this important? We're going to show you why. Deanna is going to now show you the holy grail of it all. How do you, while she's sharing her screen, how do you get Antonio, go ahead and make Google Trends dominant. Trends.google.com. Now just blow it up right there. It'll take over. No. You could have kept it where it was. Just blow it up. It would have took over. Trends.google.com. Type in Lewis Howes. Lewis. Right there. So what we're going to do, she's got it set to United States. You can see the interest in him over time. Follow that, Zig. No, just follow it. It shows you the dates, shows you the time, shows you how he's peaking. And for some reason, right here, whatever this was, at the peak, in January this year, he was at 100. Everybody was talking about him. Maybe he dropped a new podcast, new album, right? A line of bikinis, something, okay? Could have been anything, right? This tells you how all the people in the United States are talking about this one person who was on my list. But not just that, go down to the numbers. See that? Should you, if you know that no matter what time of year, now go back to number one. No matter, according to Google, which is the largest, the best algorithm in the world, it's the oldest, largest, gets the most data algorithm, period. You're not getting better with Google. That's why Google is dominant. You can't, because the way algorithms get good is you have to feed them information. But you can't get more information than Google. It's that time has passed. You understand what I'm saying? The time has passed. You have to be the Terminator and go back in time and assassinate these guys or something, right? You can't do it now, right? It's just impossible at this point. Now, Vince Anderson, can you see that Mr. Howes is trending in Nevada no matter what time of year it is?
Yep.
Should you, if you want to get his audience, or if people compare you to him, or if you drop a product like his, or if you're selling one of his products or anything like that, should you hover over this gray state? Should you target any Montana, for God's sake?
Nope. Absolutely not.
Right? You just shouldn't. You just absolutely shouldn't. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't go anything past 80. So that means Minnesota, close but no cigar. So what you should do is take the first 5 states. Oh, you know what? He charged me to be global. Go ahead and put it to global. This is what Deanna does for us. If y'all want to be rich, you really do something with Deanna, all right? Past 12 months, this is worldwide now. Now, look, y'all are shocked now. Now, go ahead and go down. Anytime in 2019, last 12 months, 18 and 19, this man has been dominant in Mexico. Is it safe to say he has a Mexican audience? Now, if he is trending greatly in Mexico, here's the deal. He's not trending. Well, I mean, 61 is pretty good. But if you want to sell out crazy, do you go to the United States or do you go to Mexico?
Mexico.
Yeah, get that?
Follow the money.
Now, if you have to go to the United States, and you will, you go to Mexico, and then you pick the top 5 states in the United States. Then you fix your search to pick where he's trending at in Mexico. Hit Mexico. So now she opens up Mexico because Deanna's incredibly smart. Now, do you see this? It makes sense that he's trending. Go to this one right here. Right there. Heck, it's right by Cali. It's right. It's a bunch of great stuff going on here. It's right by Texas. So where's Texas? You can do so much here. Remember I tell you I am data driven? Mm-hmm. This is it. I don't care. You can stop sharing your screen. It doesn't matter to me. Here's what's going to happen. At some point, social media is just not going to be whack. It's just not going to be good no more. It's going to be whack. It's going to be, social media is going to be the, what you call this phone?
Rotary.
The rotary phone. Is that what it's called? The rotary phone. At some point, social media is going to be 7, 6, right? At some point, it's going to be social media. Y'all still gonna be on it. I don't care nothing about it. I don't. If I didn't have a personal brand, if I was an entrepreneur, I would never be on social media. Never. I don't care about anything but winning. When everyone jumped off of Snapchat, I went to it. I told y'all on Vero, remember I told y'all follow me on Vero? I told you about Vero, some of y'all follow me. I'm still posting on Vero almost every day. Still doing it. Yep, I built up my TikTok. My youngest son asked for it. I don't really know how to say no to the kids, right? When Lisa and stuff like that. I gave him my TikTok, which used to be Musically. Now I'm going back on Musically. Some of y'all already know what that is. Right? It doesn't matter. The attention is where I'm going. VinceTrends.google.com will let you target. You got it. That's a sniper approach. The way I teach that around here is, why would I sell boats to people who live in Colorado? If I'm selling boats, I shouldn't even target Colorado. I just shouldn't, unless there's some sort of fishing stuff that I don't know nothing about. Remember when we was doing that, doing Grace's class, the selling to Inuit people? Yeah, y'all gonna be using Google Trends real soon to figure out. I just had y'all Google. But we're gonna use Google Trends to see what's trending, what's going on. We only care about, yes, sir.
I have TikTok. Maybe you have to give a class on how to use it, because I don't know what the hell to do with it, but I do got it.
Fair enough. TikTok is it's what Vine was, but better. And Vine's closed down. Just bunch of short videos. You can kind of use it like Snapchat if you want to. Basically, you take people behind the scenes, you have fun, you do silly videos, stuff like that, right? You just do stuff like that on it. But I'll definitely do a class on it. But let me build my audience first so I can feel good integrity, because I just literally created a new account 2 days ago, because I told you my son took my old account. Actually, it was by accident, really. He was asking me, can I get TikTok? And they 10 and 7. Oh, my God, you got them on social media so early? But they building their businesses. That's why. I told them they can't have it if they're not building their businesses. You understand what I'm saying? All right? Okay, the world's shifting on it. Okay? Now, what I was getting ready to say is, I have one boss, the world. If the market doesn't want it, I don't do it. I hope y'all hear that. This company will change 50 million times if my customers demand it so. I don't know how many of y'all been on Thinkific in the last week or two. Actually, last week. It's completely different. If you ain't been back there, it is completely different. You won't even recognize it. It flows better. And I'm not talking about class placement. I'm talking about the whole design. You ain't got to go left to right to look at your classes no more. It's completely different. I can think of at least 100 significant changes this company has gone through in the last 30 days. Most of them you won't notice, but they make your life easier. Okay? They help the user experience. Now, when they change the user experience, even if it's for the better, that's when you notice it. Got me, Vince? All right. Now, every answer to the question, y'all question ain't going to be that long, but that was me. Well, I literally got famous doing this. And it would have been a great disservice to you had I been like, oh, man, just go to Google Trends, right? You understand what I'm saying? Because Susan got it. She looked at her stuff and said, oh, man, now I can do this. And I don't just target geographically. Y'all heard me say over and over, psychographics. I want to know I know for sure a TV show, a boxing match can unite a racially divided country.
Mm-hmm.
That's why boxing was what boxing is. A black champion, all of a sudden, America, right? You know what I'm saying? Because he's going against a Russian. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't matter. TV will absolutely unite people. I target TV shows. I sure do. Let's see. Mo Williams, I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to tell Deanna, what do you think a customer who watches HGTV look like? First off, what's their gender?
Male.
Okay, got male. Is he a tacky male with wrinkled pants?
Yes, and white.
Oh, okay, well, fair enough. White. Okay, good. Definitely white male, that's for sure. Okay. Self-starter. Is he a self-starter?
Yes, a DIY, do-it-yourselfer.
DIY, do-it-yourselfer. Okay. Is he property owner?
Yes, several properties.
Several properties. I'm glad. What would you say his median income is?
I would say in the hundreds of thousands, at least maybe 200,000.
Yeah, everybody clap for her. Thank you very much. Not only is she accurate, that's not the only one, right? You know what I'm saying? But she's accurate. But now she's a professional. You get it? If you're looking for people to buy your $50,000 product, shouldn't you target people that watch HGTV? If you have a do-it-yourself tiny home, makes sense now, right? But since I put home in there, now you're like, oh yeah, man, yeah, home. And let's do that. But let's take the home out. If it's a $50,000 product that's for white males that are property owners with a low-key profile, shouldn't you target HGTV? Now watch this here. Let me shift it on you. Let's go to the gay community. How many of them are watching HGTV? Quite a few, because of decorum shows. Is that fair? Let's go to Oxygen. Should you target Antonio Smith on the Lifetime Network? Does that make any sense?
No.
I can assure you the only time I've ever seen a Lifetime movie is I was trapped. It was Thanksgiving, and the matriarch was like, sit yourself down and stop working.
Lifetime all day.
You're going to watch this. Okay, you understand? Is that about right?
Yes.
All right. We'll make that clear. That we know, okay? But you shouldn't target me there. You know what I'm saying? You can target so many different people about so many different things. Is that helping you, Vince?
Oh, yeah. Right on point.
All right. Brand awareness, how to build a brand, how to structure your brand, marketing strategy. Come on, somebody ask the question. Liddell got one.
I hear the term structure your brand. I don't understand what that means. Structure.
The reason you want to structure your brand is because you don't want someone to look for you and you're all over the place. So when you're setting up your brand, when you're putting it together, you want to make sure that across every platform, regardless of what platform it is, it's structured. Your brand name is the same. If you have a logo, that's the same across the board. You don't want on one page you have all this stuff and on the other page you have all this extra stuff. And you want one message. You always want one message. Antonio has taught us the 10 words or less. That helps you every time because not only on social media platforms are you branding yourself, but verbally when you speak to people, you're branding yourself. So if one person asks you, hey, what it is you do? Oh, well, I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. No, that is not brand structure. But if you say, I make profitable clients more profitable, it's structured every step of the way. When you're structuring your brand, that's you saying, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, this is how you find me, and everything is uniform across the board.
I'm thinking, you know, from the lube shop to Harley the praying pup to like that stuff, to me, it doesn't go together. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to understand how that looks.
Now that is still structured. It's still a structured brand, but what you're doing is you're branding you as a person, just like Antonio. Antonio is a pastor. Antonio is an author. Antonio is a business guru. Antonio is a master of sales funnels. Antonio business systems. Antonio is he's a master speaker. He's a master trainer. But regardless of his brand stands that I am Antonio, and whatever I do, I dominate it, and I can help you do the same thing.
Right. You brought up a lot of really good points.
Help me because I'm a little slow. I just, you know, but branding, it's different than businesses. I think, does that make sense? Like the different businesses I have, but me is going to be the brand of everything that's going on. Like you just named all those things he does. And when I think of the branding, the structure is so good here. When I think of him, I think of all the things you just said.
Right.
But when you think of those things, okay, and as I sit and I stay closer, I start seeing new things that I didn't know was a part. When do you roll out? Do you roll them out separately, or I hope I'm making sense. I sound crazy to myself.
And I'm actually going to ask Antonio.
Okay.
To answer that question.
And,
well, you can answer. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. Before you answer that question, I got the same problem that Liddell has. And I understand where he's coming from, because I still struggle with the whole message to the masses, and then now changing the narrative and some other things with MLM that is starting to, I don't really know where to start. And you guys have told me before, brand yourself, and these things are antennas from that, but it's still not connecting with me fully.
Good. Outstanding. PJ, let me get you too. I think you're in the same energy.
Hey, yeah. You always throwing some new monkeys up in there with the wrenches and the wrenches. So I remember the classes we've had about the branding. Okay, so I think I'm up to speed with that. And I was pretty good where I was headed. Now, with what you're saying, I liked what Deanna said about no matter what platform you're across, the message is the same, that you're helping people dominate, yada, 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 yada. And there's my favorite word again, which I'm going to steal again,
It's all yours. It's all yours.
Okay, so I'm thinking of expanding TNT a little bit. Or maybe, I know I haven't even done a lot yet with the old TNT, but I want to bring something into it. So, okay, let me back up. So we talked about hiring and staff and teamwork, and I had a lot of trouble with that. The people I just couldn't get the right people that I wanted to plug in and have on. So, but I think I've met someone who might be a compliment for TNT and for me, and that I might be able to do something with. So then I will be looking at my brand again and how I want to market that if it's not just PJ and TNT and I bring on someone else who can complement it. So I guess I'm gonna try to leave. So my question is this, what you know of me so far, can I say, like what Deanna said about you, about PJ, that whatever I do across all my different platforms and the different audiences I can help, I still dominate in helping people to transform their lives and change the way they think? Is that simplistic and intuitive enough? I can say that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, so that's
Absolutely, you
what
can.
But
Yeah,
I want to,
and I'm going to give you some more value to that too.
all right.
Go ahead.
But I'm going to bring in someone who is also a transformer and has a few more credentials than I do, actually. So I could bring in someone who's licensed and licensed as a therapist to maybe take on some of the things that go above a coaching level, and that I can have as a consultant and advertise that is available to people who need, or who, some people want more credentials than just coaching.
Yeah,
So,
well, yeah, sure.
But they
and
will
what you can
also,
do is you can set.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
What you can do is you can set your company up to, since your company will be giving them lead generations, you know, they can take 70%, your company can take 30%, something like that.
Okay.
That way you still get paid. You don't cut yourself out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like with those kind of people that you, let's say someone comes to you talking about suicide, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and they're, you know, you send them to that licensed person you're speaking of, but you still get to keep 30% or whatever Medicaid or whatever sends you, and they get 70%. Or whatever you work out, just make sure they get a tad bit more, because, you know, you're paying them for their licenses, but you don't have to cut yourself out of any income, because they wouldn't have that money without the company.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, definitely,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And I'll be back. I'll be back at you more with more questions as I develop this and try to roll it out.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So
Thank
all
you.
three of you are having, no, very welcome. All three of you are having the same thing. Deanna, she asked a question at the tail end that Daryl and Liddell, Lamont was in my head. Sanford and Son. Okay. That Liddell had. And let's back up real quick and talk about it was really more so of a question that you really are really good at, about the structuring, but let me rephrase their questions to make it make a bit more sense. I got all this stuff. I don't know where to start. So where should I start? And do I have to sacrifice any of it when I do start?
No, you don't have to sacrifice anything. The one thing that I've learned from Antonio is you do it all. When you start, you want to, the number one thing that Antonio always teaches us is find your audience. If you just talk to your people, they will help you brand you with everything you have. Antonio communicates with everyone. Antonio has a podcast that's nothing but funny stuff. He has a TV show that's nothing but funny stuff. Then he has Think and Grow Rich. Then he has Plant Better. Then he has ATS Business University. But all of this came because he listened to his audience. If you listen to your audience, they will help you grow, but you don't have to sacrifice anything to do it. Be you. Number one thing is to be you. If you have your lube shop, if you have your book, if you have your church and your school, everyone knows you have all of this. But who is Liddell?
Right. I just found it. I wrote it down.
You know, who's yes, sir.
I'm going to force a more technical answer out of you. Fantastic answer. I'm going to force a more, that's what you can hide. Right? I'm going to force a more technical answer out of her. Deanna, when I hire you, or when people hire you, the first thing you ask them is, whatever they're doing, what's your message? What message do you want to send out to the world? You actually spoke upon it earlier, but then questions came in and you got sidetracked. Why is it so important that they have their message and make it super high? So why is it so important they have their message, and what would someone like you do with that message, regardless of all the things they're doing?
It's important to have that one message, because that one message helps someone like me know how to build your narrative in the eyes of everyone else. If your narrative is,
and that's PR.
Yeah.
Putting your narrative in the eyes and ears of someone else. That's not marketing. That's when you get to PR. When you start pushing your narrative into your consumers. That's PR. That is a big difference in marketing. Okay? Keep going.
Once I know what your message is, no matter what you do, I'm going to make sure that your message remains what your narrative is. If your narrative is, I make profitable clients more profitable, then no matter what goes out, that narrative is going to be the same. That message is going to be the same. In comedy, I make profitable clients more profitable. In the business university, I make profitable clients more profitable. In podcasts, I make profitable clients more profitable. But in order to do that, you have to know what your message is. Nothing can be done if you don't have a message. Ice Buddy's message is we already know. Miss Pam is looking to save the world. That's her narrative, to save the world. If she didn't know what her narrative was, if she didn't know what her message is, so you just make an ice cooler. No. I'm specifically creating these to change the world. You have to have your message. Without your message, there is no narrative. Without your narrative, there is no branding.
Now, that's where it comes in with that 10-word response I tell you to do. I make profitable clients more profitable. Okay? Period. Now, I can start a whole television network because that's pretty profitable and clients can get on it. I can start a funny TV channel, a TV show because, you know what? Humor makes people more profitable, doesn't it? Everything is about your message, your everything. So I'm working with, here moving forward, I want to be working with Deanna and one of her celebrity publicists, okay? And they basically asked me, what is your message, which they already knew, but what's your mission? Antonio, what's your mission? We need to know what your mission is because we're going to go out there and we're going to tell people over and over what your mission is. Listen, everybody pay attention. What's your mission? That sounds like a narrative, right? Tell us what you want. We'll do the rest. We just need to know what you want to do. And my mission is to create 100,000 millionaires. So if I run for president, I'm the president who?
The president of the 97%. The president who is looking to build 100,000 millionaires by raising the 97%.
Get it? If I start a skating rink, you understand what I'm saying? I know I got some of my old folks like, all right now. All right. Yeah, I know. Right now. Right? It is. See, this guy is creating 100,000 millionaires. This is a place. Watch how she spends this 100,000. Hold on, who's this? Oh, go ahead, Mo. You have the mic. Go ahead.
No, I was like, flashlight.
Yeah,
Back at the skate rink. Neon light.
That's it. You understand. That's it. Give me a little pro going. Hey, you know what? Give me a little Deanna going on. There it is. Now, if I start a skating rink, Deanna would spin it to this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy who has a vision of creating 100,000 millionaires, and this is his way of giving back to the community. You get it? Like, no matter what it is, it's going to be crafted around my narrative. That's when it becomes public relations, also known as propaganda. Just don't let us fool you. Okay, that's what it is. All right, but it nevertheless. Okay, you got that? Good. Outstanding. Next question. Can't help you if you don't ask.
I have one.
All makes sense to you. Okay, go ahead.
So I would say then I have an idea about monetize impacting lives.
Okay.
So where would be a good place to start for that? Because I want to help people to be able to impact lives and help them to be able to get paid to do it.
All right, good stuff. This actually goes back to the last question, which lets me open it up even more and still goes. If you got multiple businesses, or if you just have one business, you need to become a personal brand. Brand sell far better than logos. Everybody look at Vince's background. See that TWB? That's a logo. When he embodies that, it'll be a brand. Did that make sense to you?
Yes.
When he embodies that, when you, you know, like I want, okay, so you get it. All right, you get it. I want to show y'all something. This is real talk. Like, I want to make this make sense to you because I want to answer Daryl's. I want to answer everybody's question. I understand. Do y'all see this here on your screen?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yes.
it's gray because it's a transparent background. Uh-oh, never mind. Should have did that. There we go. Now I use better set. It's a transparent background so you can't see. Well, that's why it's gray. Now, tell me how. No, it's so good. It's so good. Listen, put your zoom back. Okay, y'all see that? Tell me how I don't embody that logo. Think about that. Liddell said it might be my face. I mean, think about that. Think about how seriously, like real talk. How do I not embody every bit of this logo? I mean, we could make up meanings and I'll still be in it. Like I can just make them up. You see, here, ladies and gentlemen, I can act like I did this on purpose. I did not. Here, ladies and gentlemen, what you see is the hook in the waves. And that's kind of what I do, right? I adjust, you know, I'm constantly adjusting to the flow, but I'll hook you real quick. I'm making this up, but it sounds like me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I totally just made it up. That was total BS. But you know what? I might say it tomorrow and actually mean it. You understand what I'm saying? It's ferocious. It's dominant. PJ's favorite word. And then here, real quick, it gets real classy right there, right? You know what I'm saying? Straight line. ATSJR, no hippity hoppity stuff going on, and it's just one bold color. I embody this logo, not because the logo, because here's what happens, when you catch me, you push me on the logo. So every time I put a flyer out, if I say, first off, everybody here knows I'm gonna tell you something. Don't get it twisted. It's foolish to think that in 6 months I'm not gonna have something new that you can get into, right? It's foolish to even think that wouldn't happen. That would just mean I just died. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we enhance it all the time. But what you're never gonna get is under delivery. It's not going to happen. You're never going to get poor customer service. Every poor customer service complaint we've ever gotten, and people gone.
Wow.
Real talk. That's facts. That's all facts. Let me tell you something I did. I see. This is how serious that I embody this brand, okay? Dead serious. PJ on some call long time ago was promised somebody would help out with graphics. Doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter. She probably gonna mute her mic. She got something to say, right? It doesn't even matter. And they didn't do it
Don't
the
you
way
bait
they
me.
should.
Don't you bait me. Don't you bait me. You got my attention.
they didn't do it, and we didn't know nothing about it, right? It was an offline conversation, and then finally she said, you know what, boom, boom, because they got talking about, you got to keep your word, and PJ was like, really? Oh, really? Because, right, no problem. So I had the conversation, but here's the deal. Wait a little time, boom, 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 and not too long ago, let's just say I made that up to PJ. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what I did.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
That's exactly why I did that.
Wow. Yeah, you
That is
did.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
did.
did.
Yeah, you did. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, you
You're
did.
very welcome. Very welcome. Doesn't matter what I did. Just out the blue, I said, hey, boom, right? And now she just put two and two together why I did it. Because there was a promise that was broken and never sat right with me. Never sat right with me.
Wow.
And I wind up coming around town and saying, you know what? This has been sitting wrong with me far too long. You know what I'm saying? I fixed it with energy and resources. It doesn't matter what it is. The point is, it got fixed and she know it. You didn't ask for nothing, boom. That's the brand. It's mine.
I'll testify to that, classmates. He's telling the absolute truth. And I didn't put it together till just now. I knew it was a nice thing that you did. And I was like, and I kept saying, why did he do this? I mean, just out of the blue. But you know what? He made it right. And he made it right. He's telling the truth. And that's fantastic. That's awesome. Integrity. Thank you.
That's all that matters, right?
I remember her struggling.
You remember her struggling? Okay, go ahead.
I remember her struggling with, I had just came on, and I remember her struggling with that. And she was handling it very discreet, but she wanted to let the person know, like, don't play that. Right. And so ever since then, I watched how Miss PJ operated, because I think like that. Then I watched the response of the company. I didn't say anything, but I caught it as soon as she said, I'm like, something went wrong. And I'm waiting to, okay, now what's going to happen with this? And I saw everybody, we got to fix this. I didn't know what happened after that, but I saw she hung around. So I knew it's some integrity here, because if something would have went wrong, Miss PJ would have disappeared. I was watching, I didn't say anything. That's, the street training.
Outie would have been outie, Liddell. You know how we roll. Outie.
That's right. And she should have been. That's fantastic. That's it. No, she should have been, and it would have been. But again, it just never. I'm trying to show this because Daryl's like, "Hey, change the narrative," and Daryl has a lot of drive, a lot of integrity, all this stuff.
Yes.
Don't change the narrative. Embody that narrative.
Yes.
And then you'll change it. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, because I'm telling you, it never sat right with me, and I knew, and it was fixed, but not to my standard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not to. And every time that I would see on my timeline, I cringe inside, and I would say, it's real talk. I would say, and finally I stopped having that conversation in my head, and I said, you know what? Literally, I stopped doing everything I was doing, took care of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it just wasn't right. But that's the brand. That's when you humanize your brand. Now when I say, hey, new program, 8 months from now, it costs $200, no problem. You get it? Because it's not the logo that's selling. It's the brand. You know what you get when you get this brand, period. Period. A lot of y'all, I had, go ahead, PJ.
Sorry about that. Following up on that, Antonio, I put a question in chat about that. So my question is it feasible for me to embody both of my logos? One is, it's not really a logo, but it's Life Lessons with PJ. But the other logo is my eagle flying in front of the sun.
Sure you can. You can do it a couple of different ways. And if anybody else has this problem, you want to or this, not a problem, but this obstacle ahead, then we can absolutely address it a couple of ways. For one, you can start 2 different TV shows, PJ. 2 different phone calls. You know what I'm saying? One that embodies the eagle, one that embodies life lessons. Or just start making 2 different type of posts. one that embodies life lessons, one that embodies the eagle. And people will connect the dots for you. And when they do, don't correct them. Okay? When they connect the dots for your brand, it will be in the positive, and do not correct them.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Let them believe what they want, because it's going to be great. They're going to say, oh my God, PJ, you're so soft. You're so inspirational, and you have a heart for the people. You're like, really? Shoot, okay then. All right. I sure do, right? Thank you, right? Don't definitely do that. That's one option. Well, that's one option. I just gave you 3 different options in that one option. Another option that you can do is create a slogan for your company and make one slogan match one of the logos. You get it?
Now, but okay, so with continuity and everything Deanna teaches about the one message, must my one slogan embody both and only be one message? Like I couldn't do two slogans. I couldn't do two slogans for the eagle and the life lessons. Well, I mean, you can make life lessons be an eagle in a minute. I mean, that's not a hard transition. But should I have 2 slogans or one slogan?
You don't have to choose. Keep 2, because you are 2. And the more you evolve, I'm going to slow down so I can pay attention. The more you evolve, the more your brand is going to evolve. I'll give you a great example. Who serves 1 billion people a day, or 1 billion products a day?
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Who is
McDonald's.
Oh, really? Watch this here. What was it? You sent me in my inbox. McDonald's retro commercial. Yeah. What? Calvin. Yeah. Who got a new job? Calvin? That's you, Calvin? Who remember that? Y'all remember that? I swear he said it in my inbox. Right? Remember? Calvin got a new job. Where? Mickey D. Right? Do you see it? This is 3. Hamburglar. Ronald McDonald. And if I put you next to Shriners Burn Hospital, I pretty much always got Ronald McDonald House. Because when the brand is strong, the brand can evolve with your heart, PJ.
Okay, all right, I'll throw one last thing in here. It's not perfected yet, so it's raw and still in the planning stages. But part of, with my new person I may be bringing in, they also are not only a licensed therapist, but they're also a musician. And they do music therapy with children, all people of all ages, for traumas and different things. So I also want to bring in a musical element now to the transformational process.
Good stuff. And I agree you should. This is where I'm going to, first thing I want you to do, PJ, is I want you to jump ahead. And I'm going to borrow from Gary Vee right here, because he's right. You need to have your musician create you what you call a voice tag or audio tag. Okay? Audio tag. Dun, 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 dun. Who's that? Oh, no, that's Intel Inside. Yeah. Dun, dun. Well, that's like, I actually kind of was in Netflix, right? But anyway, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, we know Law don't really come on. It's this audio sound that happens. Hold on.
I get you. Like, whenever you think of that, you need to think of PJ. Whatever
Come
that,
on, PJ.
That's
Come on, PJ.
Whenever that sound comes out, you think of TNT or PJ. Yeah, I get you.
Come on, PJ. You got it. And the reason I'm telling her to do this is because the world is going back to voice. Pretty soon, you're going to say, lights on. Alexa, play. And there's not going to be no more search. You're not going to see brands no more. But you will hear them, because we're too busy. It's just easier to speak to your car and say, play this podcast. I wish somebody had a smart speaker. I really need to get one so I can show you. If you go to Alexa or Cortana or whatever, you say, Alexa, play Antonio T. Smith Jr., I will pop up, whether it be music or podcast, period. But now I'm fixing that to where I don't just pop up. I literally, Grace and Deanna tell you, I spent a whole work day. A whole work day, y'all. I'm not joking. A whole work day. Get my, I need my hard drive. And that's it. Working on my own audio tag. Whole work day. And I was like, I don't like it. 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 Now, good for me is I have, well, not besides just having an ear for music, I've been audio engineering since 2005. Okay, but again, when you're trying to be a big time rapper and you live in a small city, you gotta learn how to do everything. That's really the reason why I'm so good at a lot of stuff that I do. Not because I'm smart, because small city. Growing up in Columbus, Texas, to do that to you, won't it, Liddell?
You know what, Antonio? I want to give you a quick plug for the other people. I don't know if they heard this. I was going through a little something a while back, and I was up late hunting through some old things. Now I've listened to all the classes, so I didn't want a class. I don't know how. I got on YouTube and I saw some of your music because I really never listened to it. But I want to tell all of you guys, if you have never clicked on Antonio's I Believe in You, you need to go find that I Believe in You. I played that at 3 o'clock in the morning, over and over and over. I don't usually tell you stuff like that, but I'll tell you, I don't want to blow your head up too much. But you guys, you need to get that and you need to save it for whenever you might need a hit of it, and it's absolutely beautiful. Just thought I'd let you know that.
Sure appreciate you. Yeah, produced by me and everything. Yeah. And here's the crazy part, because I'm actually really, really good at rapping and stuff, but I didn't even rap on that. I kind of made I was like, what? I like to push myself. I said, what would happen if I would just create a new spoken word type thing? It'd be like motivational speaking, rapping type thing, right? And I totally made up and I did it, and I was like, oh, that sounds really good to music, right? And I totally put out 2 hours, right? This is crazy. But well, thank you very much, PJ. That's awesome. I had no idea. She kept that from me. How dare you? But I want to show y'all something. Here's my audio tag that you will hear. I won't put another video out without it, I can assure you. Okay? It just won't happen, because I understand voice is going somewhere. That's it. Just like that. Every time you hear that, it's 2 seconds long, right? And I got a bunch of stuff going on in there. You know, it's a heck of a 808, it's a snare. But this is what I did. My favorite movie, it actually used to be The Matrix. The Matrix is actually my favorite movie, but there's a movie that wound up topping it. I never thought that could be possible. It's called Cloud Atlas, okay? Which is also made by the formerly Wachowski brothers, now the Wachowskis. And I took a sample from the main music there, literally played it on the piano, switched up the tunes, the tones, and I took that from there. So it would sound, so basically what you have, and I'm showing you, I guess I may be talking more to PJ and Vince and Liddell right now, but I'm trying to show you that it doesn't matter what you're trying to do or how you're trying to do it. You can get it done any way possible, because your brand is yours. Now, you have to watch Cloud Atlas to understand why this would be such a big deal or why I would choose to ride that energy. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge another time. That's a Platt Better call. This is what you heard. Okay, that's what you actually heard. It doesn't sound anything like that. I did some extra stuff. It doesn't matter, right? But that's me. That's my audio text. So if you go look at some of my, if you go look at, so I got a bunch of questions to put up here today, and I think Vince is next. But if you go look, and this is very important, y'all, because you got to remember, you can strip audio and put it on, strip audio and put it on the podcast or something, okay? You can absolutely do these things. Let me show you. This is very, very important, especially with PJ coming in with this intelligence that she's got going on here. So let me show y'all this here. And just watch how it just sneaks in on you. And of course, now I'll put a visual to it because for the visual, but it's really just for audio.
Hey, Antonio. So my question is, as I post on social media and I get all these potential leads coming in. Hey, Antonio. So my question is, as I post on social media and I get all these potential leads coming in.
Yo, wait till I start flooding that podcast with that. Every time somebody hear that, they're going to know it's me. So when you go, Alexa, play, right? Automatically. Remember that. So good job, PJ. Keep doing that. Good. Next question. Oh, okay. Who's next? Oh, let me back up one more time. Let me put a good, concise bow on the Dale and Dell. If you humanize you, okay? If you humanize you understand what I'm saying? You don't have to choose between change the narrative and message to the masses. Whatever mood you're in a day, whatever the day requires, do that thing. You don't even need to do 2 different pages unless you want to, which is no problem. It's just completely opposite. Like it would be 2 totally different audiences. In my case, don't spiritualize this, from a branding perspective, and PJ's has this problem and is in the middle of fixing this problem, but she's doing it better than what I did because she can. Okay, I didn't really have the option. She can. And she just flat out did it better than what I did. The church actually hurt my brand. It stopped fundamentally what I was attempting to do. Imagine being a pastor saying, I'm trying to create 100,000 millionaires. See, I've processed that now. I'm talking about people's programming, okay? You do know there's a certain amount of wealth that the church will let you get as a pastor. After that, hold on now. Wait a minute now. Okay? There's a cult going on here. Something, right? It's something, right? You know, there's some devil worship happening up in there. He roamed. And as I branched out and was doing all sorts of universities, here was the number one problem I was having. I had people saying secular. Like, what? Although that's a real word, it was crazy to me because I understood everything is secular. For one, because you can't separate anything from the culture it is in. You just can't. No matter how much you try to separate the church is a bit different than when it was when my grandmother was 3. Because the world is a lot different. You understand? You can't just separate it. In my case, I had to nix that brand and get a whole bunch of people who didn't even know. You understand what I'm saying? I had to. Here's another thing I had to kick. I had to kick and embrace at the same time. This is hard. My blackness. Very difficult. How do you be? There's no way that y'all know me and don't think I'm pro-black. I'm extremely pro-black. That is not It'll be impossible for you not to think that, right? And I can, but you know who I watched to do it? Dave Chappelle. I was trying to figure out how does Dave Chappelle have a 90% white audience, and he is totally himself. I studied him for a long. Dave Chappelle could get away with punchlines no one else can get away with. It's crazy how he does it. But I had to kick that. The reason I bring it up is because you may want to separate changing the narrative from the motivating the masses, or you may not. It just depends if they're two totally different things or if one is sabotaging the other. If they are, then you can separate them. You get it? And then boom. In my case now, I get to bring them back together because I earned the right to do so in the market's eyes. You know what I'm saying? I earned the right to do so because my brand is so strong. It only enhances. When you spit out the church, it enhances it. And if you don't like the church, you go, I never knew. I actually like him more now. I normally hate people like him, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, no matter what I do now, at this point, it just enhances what I'm doing moving forward. I had to separate it. In most cases, you do not need to separate changing the narrative from motivating the masses. You do not need to separate fast lane, daycare, this, that. What you need to do is have an historic, meteoric rise of you. Your posts need to change from I to we. We make profitable clients more profitable. I can say I, because at this point, the more I say I, and the more I show people I'm in cities and countries they can't get into, for some reason, the more they like me. It's weird. Like, literally, there's a shift that happens somewhere as you rise up. The more I show people who I am is the more famous I get now. It's crazy. At first, the more I show who I am, the more it looked like I was by myself. It's weird. But to put a good bow on it, here is the truth. You sell, not your logo. Can't stress it enough. If you become that, but you can't do it without content. So everybody write this down. And this is the, if I ever had a one size fits all answer for such a hard question, this is it. Content that adds value to the end user makes you invincible. I'm sorry, I meant to say message to the masses. I think I said motivation to the masses. I had Lisa Nichols in my head. Message to the masses. Okay? In the right. She said, how did she fix the problem? She did fix it. She won. See, PJ fixed her problem by winning. Even though her event didn't go the way she wanted it to, she still won. She wasn't supposed to win. She was supposed to stay in her place and be quiet. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't supposed to know. She didn't have no pastor's approval. And God ain't going to bless that because I didn't give it to you. Let me know if I'm wrong, PJ. You right? I didn't give it to you, so it ain't going to be blessed. See, PJ's problem was...
I'm listening. Okay. Go ahead.
PJ's problem was she was... y'all don't listen to these words as my own, okay? PJ's problem was she was leading souls to recovery without being a pastor. That ain't your place. That scares Pastor Tony. That ain't your place. That's not your place. Now, I'll use you as long as you don't save more than me. Or here's the number one killer: as long as they don't start looking to you for guidance more than they look for me. Right? So when she went out there, took the licking, and let me tell you, words, that's not ministry. Wounds is ministry. When she got wounded publicly and still came out standing, that's how she rebranded herself. Because the only way she could have came out of that is God got to be in it. Not anybody telling her, or anybody trying to hold her back, they can't no more because God's clearly in it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, that's how she fixed it. She fixed it by getting crucified and risen again. Didn't complain. She ain't do no little Twitter rant, right? She ain't go on Facebook and say, y'all didn't support me. Nope. She's a hero. And I promise you, if you just go poll your audience and ask how many saw my journey or something, whatever, right? Or you can just start a whole show, PJ's Journey to Winning or something, right? And watch how many men and women will come to you in confidence. Like, what's in John chapter 3, Nicodemus. Like Nicodemus at night. I respect you, but I got to cover your inbox, though. I got to cover your inbox. PJ, no, you're proud of you, but I got to cover your inbox right now. I can't support you out loud the way I want to support you, right? Yeah.
Antonio, I'm getting
yes,
a lot. I get a lot in my inbox now, and I'm like, well, why isn't it on my page? No, but it's in my inbox. But I want to tell you a very quick story. I was at a seniors luncheon the other day, and we walking through, it was an AARP presentation, blah, blah, blah. And one of the old soldiers, I mean old soldiers, came up to me, grabbed my hand, you know how they take your hand and hold it with both their hands, and said, I just want to tell you, you know that event you did? I said, yes. I absolutely loved it. I loved it. And I hope you do that again. I'm like, really? Seriously? I said, well, one of y'all better get busy doing it because I don't know if it's going to be me. But however, thank you very much. So I wanted to share little things like that are happening. People are letting me know, the ones who received it, embraced it, grew from it. And it was the first time there was ever a jazz ensemble played in that sanctuary, ever. And they loved it.
Look at that. Y'all see that? Yeah, we can pass that. Yeah, I'm with that. Winning changes people's perceptions. Darren has a lot of ambitious ideas for us to do, and of course he's doing quite a few of them. Some of them, we just waiting. Waiting on the winning. Right? And in our case, the winning happens when y'all win. When that happens, watch. Just watch. Just watch just watch what we do next. Because winning changes people's perception of you. Well, it does. It absolutely does. It absolutely changes people's perception of you. This is why PR is so important. It's a dead industry. It's a dying industry. But it is very important. The reason it's dying because the internet's killing everything. You don't need to hire PR when you can go to YouTube and learn how to do it yourself. You get it? You, Daryl, you, Liddell, put them all in one and launch them on one page and see how the audience responds. Then do this here. Make up something, Daryl. Say motivation, message to the masses, TV show coming soon. Like put it on your Facebook page right now and watch the reaction. Just watch it. This is a fantastic way to see how people feel about you and your brand. Okay, think about this for a second. There goes message to the masses TV show coming soon. Get ready to be interviewed. And let's see. Let's see what happens. Yep. Just sit back and watch the response. And the market will tell you if they're interested in that. Yeah, I should be charging for this. This is really, really, really good. Like, this is really important. Remember, seriously, throw something fake out there, PJ. Just throw a fake out there. Eagle soaring courses coming soon. And see what the people say. And if it's an overwhelming positive response, you got a whole market of people waiting for you to do that. If it gets nothing, don't worry about it. Don't delete it. Just keep it there. They'll forget about it tomorrow.
So you mean to tell me if I put out there, go figure TV coming soon?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes. 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 Go ahead, Darryl.
No, I was just saying, ain't that the truth? They sure will forget.
Oh yeah. So will. Real quick they'll forget it, right? But if it's relevant, they'll let you know. Yeah. They will. Remember, if PJ was the very first people. Actually, PJ was the one who surprised me. I put, hey, if y'all like me to do at late at night, would you like information or would you like entertainment? And PJ was like, I think I want some entertainment. I was like, what the? PJ, wait a minute. Right? And the crazy thing is, the votes went 50-50. So I started doing research, buying books, learning how to write scripts and stuff. Literally. I made Deanna and Grace actors or actresses. Right? On a poll. I put it out there. And it came back. Dude, you should be funny. Whoa. I didn't see that coming at all. But my motive, Pam Norris, is I wanted the people coming from the club, high as a kite, hungry, or can't sleep. I wanted them. I wanted them. It's a whole lot of them. Do you know how big that demographic is? They drunk, they high, can't sleep. How many right now couldn't sleep last night, right? I actually got good sleep last night. But the night before, I ain't had good sleep in a long time, right? But you know what I'm saying? But NyQuil will help you out with that, though, Jerome. NyQuil will do that for you. NyQuil will do that for you, right? I want people, I'm going to start, I almost did it this morning. I pretty much decided in my mind that I'm going to stream my video games overnight. I'm just pretty much decided I'm going to do that because, you know what, you need to be paying attention to me. Nah, ain't nobody going to sleep. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Ain't nobody going to sleep. Vince, I want everybody paying attention to me. Seriously, like I literally, seriously decided to do that in a very, very strong way. Right after this, we're going to be live on the Facebook. Every single day, and all of y'all should be planning that. As a matter of fact, who's got a competitive spirit? I need only the competitive spirit. Thank you, Antonio, for your awareness and insight. You just so blessed my soul. My shit. Bless the soul. Thank you, PJ. I love me some PJ. Who's got, besides Grace? Grace got a super competitive spirit. I need all my competitors. I mean, the people who like, okay, Daryl. Now, don't fool me. I got real competitors. Okay, Vince. I'm talking about y'all.
Little bit. I got a little bit of competitive. Just enough to jump out there. Just enough to jump out there. A little bit.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I got a whole lot. Mo Williams raised her hand. I got a whole lot. Let me tell you. You ain't going to please me before I please you. How about that? Right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all grown. You understand what I'm saying? Right? I'm just telling you what it is. Right? We ain't, no. You first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that kind of competitive. Right? All over the place. Right? You know,
Hey,
Tell them.
that's what a grown A man does. That's what a grown A man does. Don't get me. Oh, listen.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Hey, Daryl.
We got the point.
Come on now. I don't act up that often. Come on.
And you know what's so bad about this? This was an incredible class, and now we can't even show it.
No, listen, no, clean it up. Antonio gonna clean up, cause see here, a grown A woman and a grown A man. Listen, here's Antonio. What you could do? Explain to them what I meant. All we was talking about was alpha males and alpha females. That's what we was talking about. That A was for alpha. That was for alpha.
That's an alpha. That's what it was for. There it is. Cleaned up. That kind of comparison. Here's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to compete with me on Facebook. That's what I want you to do. Okay? That's what I want you to do. I want you to compete with me. If I drop a picture, I want you to take it personal. He ain't gonna drop no picture. I want to see almost the same kind of picture, right? Now, he not gonna do that. I'm fit to, right?
What kind of picture? Just any kind of picture, or just has to match your style of picture?
Don't even have to match. You just need to say, if he posting, I'm posting. Oh, he motivating? I'm motivating.
Okay.
Oh, he being silly? I'm being silly. Duck face, right? All that stuff. Right? Just every single time, because I don't post to be popular. I post for conversion. And if you're trying to figure out, first off, I don't follow the algorithm. Forget the algorithm. The algorithm is for them. The algorithm is in place so they can make sure I spend more in ads. Now, it's really in place to give the end user a great experience, okay? So you can only see what you interact with. That's the truth. My lawyers will tell me that I should tell you that. But the side effect is they killing my organic reach, so I got to pay to do all that Google Trends stuff we were talking about earlier, right? That's what they really do. Okay? That's the bean counter part of the conversation. Compete with me. Because I'm telling you, I promise you, I got people set to see first, Pam Norris. Oh, you posted? Oh, shoot. You're not going to do me like that. I ain't lying. I used to get mad at Joel Osteen all the time. You know, sit up here and just don't post this nice picture. Look how classy that picture looks. Okay, all right, exactly. Have y'all seen the whole text me your questions? That's brilliant. That is super brilliant. So, I got some recording I need to do right now, right? Daryl said last night, that's just, y'all throwing me content. You know what I'm saying? But I also respond. Like, I don't even listen to the questions before. Grace or Deanna had a camera over me, and they play them then because I like to go, it's on my feet. I think well on my feet. I don't want to think about your answer because then I try to memorize stuff and then I lose my power. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there. Text. I mean, that's all fantastic information. That is exactly what you want to be doing. I done bought Deanna, tell them what I did. You ain't got to tell them the company, but tell them what I did, how I did with this phone.
So basically what he did was he's like, you know what? I'm not going to wait for this. I'm just going to create my own platform. And he...
Hold on, let's pause.
Okay.
Tell them what this is.
The texting platform. He literally, instead of waiting...
Where I got it from.
So Gary Vaynerchuk was like, hey, we have a new platform. Hey, how are we going to promote this platform? Are we going to do it this way? Are we going to do it that way? Oh, we just did it. And he said, y'all look at this. And he said, I want this now.
Okay, pause right there. Right there. That's exactly what I did. Grace, Deanna, Tempest, I just saw Gary. Hey, I want that right now. Y'all stop everything. Figure it out right now. I don't know who got me the answer, but it was Tempest. I don't know how she figured it out. She must have joined it, reverse engineered it, found out it was someplace called Community, right? And it's a wait list you got to get on. And I waited, Daryl. 1 whole week. It was death for me. Death. I waited. They ain't respond to waiting list. And the last time I was on a waiting list like that, it took like 9-10 months. I got y'all probably heard of Simple Bank now, no overdraft fees, but I was on it when you had to get the waiting list. I was part of beta, but I had to wait 9-12 months for that. I said, I'm not going to wait down. This is what you do. Give me a phone, give me a card, right? Boom, one of my advertisers says it's a little free card. Boom. Pay phone, cash, card, cash. Boom. Unlock GSM phone. Right now, I'll create my own platform. I ain't waiting on that one. I sure enough need somebody.
Dominate.
Sure enough need somebody to hit me. You understand? It was a whole lot in there. That week wait was long enough.
Woo.
First off, Gary Vaynerchuk, you're not going to pass me up like that. That's number one. Okay, you're not going to pass me up like that. You reaching out to your fans, I'm reaching out to mine. Okay? Secondly, I'll buy a platform then. I'll make it up on my own. I ain't finna wait. I need y'all to receive that. That's that line logo, ain't it? I waited a whole week for this gazelle to come out this hiding spot. Now this gazelle just got to die. Right? I couldn't get that. Next time I see what, you know what, Deanna, go buy me some gazelles. I'm about to kill them right now. That's what I just did. Right? Boom. Wow. Boom. Phone and the service wasn't even supposed to come in till Thursday. The universe say, man, you go ahead and have that Tuesday. What? No, Monday.
No, Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Came in on Tuesday.
I say, great. Everybody stop. Pick up all my stuff. Like, we ain't doing work no more. We'll pick it all up. Say, Deanna in the hospital with a dying brother. Deanna, I don't mean to bother you, but I need you to work this out. Tell your brother stop dying for a second because the phone is in. We need to launch the platform right now. Hey, am I lying? I'm not lying. Tell him pause dying just for a second. Okay? The appendix is already out. It's all good. Wow. Tell the nurses, hold on. I ain't like Grace FaceTimes her. Yep. Because I don't know how to set this up. She follows instructions better than me. Am I lying?
No, you're not.
And then boom. Got it? Now, but yeah, PJ right. See it in the chat to the Madagascar sea. So right. Now here is the wonderful, because moving forward solves our problems. I solve my problem. But winning creates problems. I need y'all to get that. So now I say, all right then. I figured out I need a better phone, so I gotta go buy a better phone. I was trying to be cheap, but I'm just gonna get another iPhone because I don't know what you Android users is doing. Child, let me tell you. Let me tell y'all. There it is. This is the phone right here. This is the phone. First off, the fingerprint on the back. It's mad crazy, yo. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that fast. Anyway. So now I done developed a whole program around the people who text. I'm going to create stuff you can't get nowhere else unless you in the text message. You're going to have prices completely different if you're in the text message. Some of the stuff that costs you get that for free. And I'm making, I told Deanna yesterday, and it's got to be stuff the university, the network has never seen before.
Wow. Wow.
Never seen before. Never seen before. And when I go live on something they ain't never seen before, literally go live, Grace here, okay? And then she go in and text y'all while I'm live and say, Antonio's live, here's the link. Some of y'all should have already got that the other day. Not every live, because I get on your nerves with that, but something that's just fantastic. More is caught than taught. See, she just got an idea. You want to say it out loud? Is it for me? And we're going to dominate, let them catch you later. She said it's for me. There it is. That's what we doing. Temp is next. Deanna, Daryl.
Daryl, yeah.
You got to dominate high. You got to dominate, don't you? That's it. Just like that. I ain't got nothing else to say. I just want to say one more thing. If you got to wait on a platform, you wrong. Buy or create your own. I ain't waiting. I'm hungry. You understand what I'm saying? It costs about almost $1,000 for swipe, do Deanna, spend it, don't even tell me about it. I don't even want to see no receipts. Just give it to me. I ain't gonna do nothing but get mad. I'm gonna tell you, because I hate spending money. If y'all know, I hate spending money. I hate spending money. I hate spending money. So do me a favor, go ahead and text message your questions to 409-500-1546. And if you got some of them pretty handsome nephews, you know the young handsome nephew with the little stubble with the shirt off, the chest, he's about 20 years old. You go ahead, tell him to go ahead and text message with no shirt on. That's cool. It's all good because I got an Instagram audience that love that. You understand? Hey, pay attention to your audience. You understand? Antonio T. Smith, you can't flex better. You can't dominate. All right, everybody. Catch us live. We about to go live a whole lot.